This is second class of magnetism and matter. All right. Yesterday we talked about bar magnets. Got it? Okay. दाल में कुछ काला नहीं, पूरी दाल ही काली है. All right. Let us see. Also in Russia, people are rash. All right. ठीक है, देखते हैं, बाद में बात करेंगे सब. पहले आज की बात करते हैं. Magnetism and matter. Guys, थोड़ा आज आप लोग after every 10 to 20 minutes थोड़ी लंबी सांसें लेना, ठीक है? Because today I'm going to explain so many theory to you. So sometimes it might be a kind of thing where you feel like sleepy or you feel like okay, something is going on. However, I'll try to make it interactive. But still, I have not bouncer. They are not that tough. But I have already made some notes to cut short the corners, to cut short the time. Okay? I don't want to write these things a lot. See, these I'm talking about these theoretical parts. So there are so much of theory that is going on. And if I'll be writing all of them, then it'll take so much of time. And if I don't write all of them and they are important, I know you will not be writing all the properties. You'll be just going through the textbook and you might get confused. So that is why I have like already prepared the notes and I'll try to teach you from here only. ठीक है, ध्यान से देखो. See, as the name suggests here, the magnetization and magnetic intensity. ठीक है, तो पहला टॉपिक जो आज पढ़ेंगे वो क्या पढ़ेंगे? Magnetization and magnetic intensity. What is the meaning of magnetization? बच्चा लोग, tell me. Don't read the rest part. See, the reason why I haven't done this before with this like ready-made notes. I normally don't follow this ready-made notes or this presentation wala part, slide se padhane wala part. That something is written over there, I'll explain it. It becomes thoda sa monotonous, and kids, we also have a kind of tendency. If I'll be teaching you this, you might be reading this also. You might be reading this also. You might be reading this also. So your mind is not concentrated on a single thing. If I delete these parts and if I write only magnetization, and if I ask you what is magnetization, you will think about magnetization only, right? But if I give you pura full slide and if I ask you what is magnetization, you'll read everything. So this is a normal human tendency. But still, I want you to not focus on other things. Everything will be there. Everything will come in the way. Okay, on the way. First, tell me what is magnetization? मेरी आवाज को कोई चुरा रहा है? Who is that thief? बोलो बच्चा लोग. What is magnetization? What is meaning of magnetization? Atar is saying magnetic properties लाना किसी भी metal में magnetic properties लाना. Okay, process of inducing magnetic field, making any object into a magnetic property. All right. Process of magnetization. Okay, very good. देखो, actually उसी का मतलब magnetization का मतलब क्या है? You have to magnetize a material. Right? You have to magnetize a material. What is the meaning of magnetizing a material? Simple सी बात है, like initially, let us say, we have talked about this atomic magnet, right? Bohr magnet on ये सब पढ़ा था हम लोगों ने. हमने पढ़ा था कि like if electron is moving, revolving in an orbit, क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? इसके कारण एक magnetic moment आता है, right? Can I say if electron is revolving in an orbit, so current is flowing. So because of that, there is a magnetic field, right? And in an atom, there are billions of electrons, there are billions of atoms, right? बात समझ में आ रही है? So can I say there'll be billions of magnetic moments that will be present inside an object? Are you getting my point, guys? Let me know if you have any doubt in these statements. In an atom, electrons will orbit around nucleus, right? And in a material, billions of electrons will be there depending on the mass, depending on the amount. Okay, Monisha, who are these two? Chintu Pintu. Hi, Chingo Mungo, how are you? एक का खिड़की खुला इधर. चलो देखो. So because of the revolution of electron in this orbit, what will happen? Magnetic moment will be there. Magnetic field will be there. So every electron will have one magnetic moment. I'll say naturally when nothing is being when any object is not placed in a magnetic field, what happens? The average magnetic moment of an object will be 0. Why? Because in an atom, if you're having an atom like this, let's say this is a substance. In this, one atom is revolving like this, other one is revolving like this, other one is revolving like this. Every electron might have different revolution axis, right? समझ में आ रही बात? So magnetic moment for these, यहाँ electron ऐसे revolve कर रहा है, here electron moving like this. So every electron will have magnetic moment in different directions. So they will have average magnetic moment as 0. So no magnetic moment, so no magnetic field because of the movement of electron or the moment of electron, right? But what if I place this inside a magnetic field? So these electrons might orient themselves, or these magnetic moments might be oriented along the direction of magnetic field or opposite to the direction of magnetic field. Then there is a permanent magnetic moment that you might get inside an object. And when that will happen, I can say this particular object will have its own magnetic field as well. Got my point? Guys, click yes if you have understood this atomic magnetization or magnetization, this basic point. Did you get my point? So because of electron, there will be magnetic moment. And since in an atom, there are billions of electrons and they'll have they'll have different axis of rotation, they'll have different plane of rotation. So direction of magnetic moment for every electrons in an atom will be different. So if you find what is the net magnetic moment of a material, it will be like approximately 0. You cannot say in which direction they'll be, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to orient those magnetic moment in a certain direction. If they will be oriented in a certain, not all of them, like we want all of them to be oriented, but let us say few of them get oriented in a particular direction. So what will happen? There will be a net magnetic moment of that material. That magnetic moment is nothing but because of the magnetic field. So that material will have its own magnetic field. That means we have magnetized that material. Did you get my point, guys? So this is what I was trying to tell you about magnetization. Now, when I say magnetization, how do I measure? How do I analyze the extent of magnetization? And how can I say how much magnetization has occurred, whether it is less or whether it is right, like whether larger amount of magnetization has occurred or very less amount of magnetization has occurred. So for those things we are going to analyze. All right, Athar, what is this? Yes, Athar, padhenge permanent magnets padhenge. Abhi ruk jao. First, let me tell you what is the process. Permanent magnets and this paramagnetic, diamagnetic, ferromagnetic, everything we'll study. Don't worry. We'll also study soft electromagnets. Everything will be studied. Don't worry. Hard magnets, soft magnets, electromagnets, hysteresis curve. How do we identify, or what are the parameters on which we decide whether an object is a paramagnet, is a permanent magnet, or a soft magnet? Everything will be done. Don't worry. Chaliye. So what we decide, how do we magnetize a material? So we place the material inside an external magnetic field. क्या करते हैं बच्चा लोग? We place a material inside an external magnetic field. तो ये मान लो हमारे पास external magnetic field है. All right. This is an external magnetic field, and we are having a material like this. All right. So we have placed the material inside this external magnetic field. If I ask you what is the net magnetic field inside the metal or inside this material, not here. Here, so this is B external. I am asking you, what is the net magnetic field inside this material? So what will you say? You will say, sir, inside this material, there will be an external magnetic field. And because of the magnetization, there will be a magnetic field because of the material, right? So the net magnetic field inside the material will be equal to B external plus B because of material, right? If that material is being magnetized, so this material will also produce a kind of magnetic field. So inside a material, net magnetic field is a resultant of these two magnetic fields, right? That is what I have written here. So net magnetic field inside a material is equal to B naught. What is B naught? Due to external magnetic field, plus Bm. What is this? Due to magnetic material. So vector sum of these two magnetic field will be the net magnetic field inside a material, right? Very good. Achha. After this, we introduce a terminology that is named as intensity of magnetization. As you can have a feeling by seeing the name of this, by looking at the name of this, intensity of magnetization. How the magnetization has occurred. If this value is high, that means the material has been magnetized properly. Okay? So magnetization is high here. So we define a term I, and I is what? The intensity of magnetization. All right, guys. And you can also say this as the magnetic moments per unit volume. In a material, if they are randomly oriented, what will be the magnetic moment per unit volume? 0. But if I say now they are magnetized, so few of them or all of them or many of them, might orient themselves in a particular direction. So if you take a unit volume, what is the magnetic moment that you are having? That will tell us what is the intensity of magnetization. Let me give you a very simple example here. छोटा सा example लेता हूँ, ठीक है? Very simple data I'm going to take. Let us say this is 1 unit volume. Consider this is 1 unit volume I'm talking about. All right. So in this one, let us say 10 electrons are there. Only 10 electrons I'm considering. Millions of billions of electrons will be there. Just imagine I am considering 10 electrons. All right. So 10 electrons may one of the magnetic moment is in this direction. One of them is, other one is in this direction. Like this. Like this. I'm taking very simple example, which is extremely simplified example. All right. So I'm taking extremely simplified example. कितना हुआ नंबर देखो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 तो एक को मैं हटा देता हूं ठीक है या इसको नहीं हटाते हैं इसको हटाते हैं टेल मी बच्चा व्हाट इज द मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट इन दिस 1 यूनिट वॉल्यूम सबका mm है every vector every direction is having m what is the net magnetic moment in this volume here no Rohinish it doesn't matter क्या बच्चा लोग जल्दी बताओ इट्स नॉट जीरो राइट क्या है देखो they will get cancelled these two will get cancelled so 2m out of the plane not inside the plane 2m out of the plane but initially what was the condition they were randomly oriented ठीक है so we considered and when we find out the average of these initially when this was not placed inside an external magnetic field the net magnetic moment was zero. Now, when I place this inside a external magnetic field, this is what happened. So I'll say 2m per unit volume. This is the intensity of magnetization. So this is high or low. That depends on how you have taken it. आपका मतलब perspective क्या है? Out of 10, you have got 2 magnetization. Out of 10 magnetic moment, you are getting 2 magnetic moment out of the plane in a particular direction. So I'll say not low, but yeah, there is a low, but this is the intensity of magnetization. Guys, did you understand this intensity of magnetization? However, in the question, it will not be given to you in this form. Just for the sake of basic understanding, I have given you this. In any of the book, you're not going to get this because this is a kind of basic, very extremely simplified example I have taken. Okay? So this was the basic meaning of this intensity of magnetization. If somebody asks you, what is intensity of magnetization? You have to give intensity of magnetization is nothing but the magnetic moment per unit volume. Or one more thing. So tell me guys, magnetic field due to material, on which parameter it will depend? Can I say that? Magnetic field due to material will depend how many number of magnetic moments have oriented themselves in a particular direction. So if number of magnetic moment which have oriented themselves in a particular direction is more, then the magnetic field because of the material will be more. If that number is less, the magnetic field because of the material will be less. So can I deduce a relation and say that the magnetic field due to material is directly proportional to the intensity of magnetization? If magnetization is high, magnetic field because of the material is high. If magnetization is low, the magnetic field because of material is low. Okay? So based on observations, based on experiments, we have deduced a relation and that is called as that's Bm is directly proportional to I. To get rid of this proportionality sign, we introduce a constant and you know what is this constant? What is mu naught bachcha log? This is the permeability in free space. ठीक है बच्चा? Ravi Kiran sir, is I magnetic moment per unit volume is after induction? Yes, exactly bachcha. See, I is the intensity of magnetization. So when it will be magnetized, then only now you have to find what is magnetic moment per unit volume. ठीक है रवि किरण? So when a material is magnetized, what is the value of I? That is nothing but the magnetic moment per unit volume. All right. So then what we have done, we have deduced a relation that Bm is directly proportional to I. Then we have eliminated this proportionality sign and we have included a constant, and that constant we already know that is nothing but the permeability in free space. So Bm is directly proportional to mu naught into I. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. But chalo, click yes if you have understood this. Let me know if you have any doubt in this. This is the I can't go मोर बेसिक, इससे ज्यादा बेसिक मैं नहीं पढ़ा सकता हूँ, ठीक है. बट इफ यू हैव स्टिल एनी डाउट लेट मी नो. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट प्लीज लेट मी नो. यस आदेश, बिल्कुल डायरेक्शन होगा. एग्जैक्ट, बिल्कुल डायरेक्शन होगा. दिस विल बी अ डायरेक्शन वेक्टर होगा, नो प्रॉब्लम. दे विल हैव अ डायरेक्शन. ऑलराइट, ठीक है. नाउ एज वी हैव डिफाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बिकॉज ऑफ मटेरियल is equal to mu naught into I. Similarly, I can define B naught can be written as mu naught into H. We have introduced one more term, H here. What is H bachalo? Bolo bachalo, what is H here? So H is written as magnetic intensity. As we have defined intensity of magnetization, we have defined H as magnetic intensity. That is nothing but the intensity of external magnetic field. बात समझ में आ रही है? So since we have defined in this way, so we are going to define intensity of this part also. So magnetic intensity is nothing but you can say intensity of magnetic external magnetic field. ठीक है? But we don't write that as intensity of external magnetic field because we have already introduced. We already say intensity of magnetic induction is magnetic field only. So we don't write in that term. We simply express H as magnetic intensity. So how large external magnetic field has been provided. ठीक है? If external magnetic field provided is large, so this H value will be large. And once I'll frame these things into relation, into the first relation, you'll get to know why did we do this. ये क्यों किया उसका एक meaning समझ में आएगा आपको, ठीक है? So as we have got this relation, similarly I have explained, we have assumed that B naught can be written as mu naught into H vector. What is H vector? H is the magnetic intensity. What will be the unit of magnetic intensity and what will be the unit of I? बोलो बच्चों, intensity of magnetization. दोनों का unit क्या होगा? Whether they'll have the same unit or they'll have different unit. बोलो बच्चों लोग जल्दी से. Sir, I and H, what is the difference? Difference है ना? I is the intensity of magnetization. H is the magnetic intensity. यहाँ देखो B naught है, ये BM है. Yeah, they are different. This tells us about intensity, how much the magnetization has occurred. This tells us how large or how small you have provided the external magnetic field. Got my point? All right. So everybody is saying the unit is what? Same. Why? I is B naught, BM by mu naught. This is magnetic field. This is permeability. H is also B naught divided by mu naught. This is also magnetic field. This is also permeability. So unit is going to remain same. And what is the unit? Ampere per meter. Unit क्या होगा बच्चा लोग? Ampere per meter. चिराग उसको solve कर सकते थे ना? चिराग ने बड़ा मेहनत किया, उसने लिखा बेचारे ने Ampere meter square per meter cube. That means you have done it right now. बहुत बढ़िया बच्चा. Very good. Keep it up. But you can have simplified this and gave the answer as ampere meter. So ampere per meter. So what is unit of intensity of magnetization or magnetic intensity? Both of them are going to have the same unit, ampere per meter. Sometime you can be asked, what is the dimensional formula for this also? It seems very complicated to you. Sir, ये पढ़ाया नहीं है, कैसा है, कुछ है. So what will be the dimensional formula for this बच्चा लोग? Ampere. तो इसका A ही रहेगा. Meter, तो L inverse 1. So AL inverse 1 is the dimensional formula for I also, H also. ठीक है? Very good. Now I'm going to include these two equations, these two relations in first equation. What is first equation? Net magnetic field was equal to B naught plus BM. So B naught is nothing but mu naught into H vector plus BM is nothing but mu naught into I. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, तो ये हमने यहाँ पे ऐड किया. If I give you what is the net magnetic field inside a material, and if I give you what is the intensity of magnetization, then if I ask you what is the external magnetic field or what is the magnetic intensity that has been provided, then you can get this relation, you can use this relation to get the value of H here. ठीक है? To get the value of B, this is enough. If I ask you what is the value of H, then you have to use this formula. You don't have to remember this. You just remember first part here. You don't have to remember this also because this is basic. This is common sense. And then you should remember this part. तो पहला part ये है, this you have to remember. ठीक है? बहुत बढ़िया. Now let us move on to next slide. Now we are going to deduce a relation between H and I. How H and I are related. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? How H and I are related. Guys, can I say देखो बहुत ही basic चीजें बता रहा हूं मैं. can I say if the external magnetic field that is provided is more magnetization will occur? Guys, do you believe this? Do you agree with this? That's why if a very, you can say if magnetic field of greater strength, very large magnitude has been applied or has been provided for a material, the amount of magnetization will be high, right? So can I say that this intensity of magnetization will be more when magnetic intensity will be more? First, I am writing like this, that Bm will be directly proportional to B naught. That if external magnetic field is more, then this Bm will also be more. Like if you increase this value, intensity of magnetization will increase. So magnetic field because of material will also increase. All right, guys, do you agree with this? Click yes if you understood this part. That if magnetic of larger strength is provided for magnetization, larger magnetization will occur inside the material. Got it? So using that particular value, using that particular statement, I am writing this as I will be directly proportional to H. Intensity of magnetization, this is about the magnetization, will be directly proportional to magnetic intensity. Okay? This tells us about external magnetic field. This tells us about magnetic field because of material. Now, to get rid of this proportionality sign, we included a constant here. And this constant is named as susceptibility of material. I'll tell you what does this tell you, how this is going to help us. Just have patience. First of all, understand this. What is this X? Remember this. What is X? X is called as susceptibility of material. It will be in the form of ऐसा X की तरह लिखते हैं, ठीक है? अच्छा, what will be the unit of X बच्चा लोग? बोलो, what will be the unit of X? X का unit क्या होगा? Tell me, guys. It will having no unit, right? No unit. Got my point? Because I and H, both of them are having the same unit. So sometime you will be asked specifically susceptibility of a material, where I and H will be given to you indirectly. It might not be given to you directly, but I and H will be given to you indirectly. So there you have to find the value of X. Or in some conditions, X will be given to you, H will be given to you, or external field will be given to you. See, what are the data that will be given to you? You will be given the value of X. You will be given the value of external magnetic field. Okay, that means B naught will be given to you, and you have to find what is the value of I. कैसे निकालोगे बच्चा लोग? So X is given to us, right? This is given to us. So if B naught is given to us, can you find the value of H? How will you find the value of H? So we know that mu into H is this. So divided by mu naught is nothing but H. So if B naught is given to you, just divide it by mu naught, you'll get the value of H. Once you'll get the value of H, you have X, you have H, you get the value of intensity of magnetization. All right, guys? Very good. So this is the ratio, this is the relation that you have to understand. Achha, all right. Now, can I use this relation in the first equation again? The first equation gives us B is equal to mu naught H plus I. ठीक है, first equation क्या बोलता है बच्चा लोग? Mu naught H plus I. And if I put the value of I as X into H, if I put the value of I as X into H, guys, everything will have a vector. ठीक है? I missed out those that arrowed line, but consider everything will have a vector, will be a vector quantity. They will be represented as vectors only because we are talking about vector quantities. All right. So if I replace I with X into H, can I take H as out? Then I'll get B is equal to mu naught into 1 plus X into H. Now, as we have defined, magnetic field is equal to some constant. That constant was some permeability, right? B is equal to mu naught into some intensity. Either it was intensity because of the external field or intensity of magnetization. Can I say I'm going to get the similar kind of thing here as well? So B is equal to mu naught into 1 plus X into H. देखो बच्चा लोग, when I have written Bm, this was written as mu naught into I. When I have written B naught, it was written as mu naught into H. ठीक है? Now what if I say B net is equal to, here if I'm having some H value, what should be the value here? So I'll say this should be mu here because I'm talking about net magnetic field inside a material. So I cannot use this mu for the free space. I have to use this for the medium. So that is why we have defined, so we have written this as b is equal to mu naught 1 plus x into h. So I can say b will be written as mu into h. So what is mu बच्चा लोग यहाँ? This is the net magnetic field. This is the net magnetic field inside the material. This mu is nothing but the permeability of the material. Permeability of the material. ठीक है बच्चा? Ganesh has pointed out very valid point. Sir, we cannot divide vector quantity by another vector. That is true. That is why x is not a vector quantity. When I talk about x, I talk about the magnitude of I and h. ठीक है? When I talk about x, I only talk about the magnitude of I and h only. ठीक है बच्चा? समझ में आई गणेश? बात समझ में आई गणेश? बाकी समय when you write these values, when you write these relations, you have to use these as vector quantities. Got it? ठीक है. चलो चलो. So finally I've got b as mu into h. All right. So this पूरा value is nothing but the mu value. All right बच्चा लोग. This पूरा value mu naught into 1 plus x is now mu. So if I equate this, I write mu naught into 1 plus x into h is equal to mu into h. And how can you write this mu? So we know that mu is nothing but mu r into mu naught. Relative permeability into permeability of free space. So if I replace this mu with mu r into mu naught, now this mu naught and mu naught will cancel, h and h will get cancelled. I'm going to get mu r is equal to 1 plus x. So relative permeability can also be written as 1 plus x value. If susceptibility is high, see, if you get this ratio here, x, now you'll understand why did we introduce this x here. If you get the ratio x here, you'll get the value of mu r here. If x is more, what does that mean? If x is more, that means magnetization is more. Think about it again. If x is more, the magnetization is more because I by h, intensity of magnetization divided by magnetic intensity. For a particular magnetic field, there has been some intensity, there has been some kind of magnetization occurred, right? So x means if x is high, I'll say mu r is high. ठीक है? बात समझ में आ रही है? So if somebody says susceptibility of a material is high, then I'll say the magnetic field that will be there inside that material will become higher because of extra magnetization of the material. All right, guys. So if you're having, let's say, external magnetic field as 1 Tesla here in free space, and if you're having a material of susceptibility 1 here, or let's say 2 here, and if you're having material of susceptibility 3 here, however, this will be less than 1 or greater than 1 depending on the material. Now tell me, in which of the material magnetic field will be more? In material, magnetic field inside second one. Did you get my point? If I ask you which material will have higher permeability, second one. Got my point? And that is why you have been told, you have been taught this, that if a material is having higher permeability, magnetic field will be more in that material. Spread of generation of magnetic field will be more in that material. Got my point? Because if x is more, mu r will be more. If mu r is more, mu will be more. And if mu is more, magnetic field will be more. Got my point? So please remember this particular term here, that relative permeability is nothing but 1 plus x. This either this will be given, you have to find this value, or this will be given and you have to find x value. तो इस तरीके का रिलेशन आपको याद रखना है. I know that there are so many things that you will find out कि sir, it's a kind of theory that you are like teaching more of that, right? But समझना आपको ये है कि all of the theories what I am teaching you is not up to your scope. ठीक है? आपके syllabus में, if I want to teach you the magnetization properly, then I have to teach you quantum physics. ठीक है? So the exact reason, the basic reasoning, the elementary reasoning for this is not into the syllabus of PU2 or PU1. This comes under quantum physics. ठीक है? तो पूरा explanation is beyond your scope. That is why I'm trying to teach you with some kind of basic, you can say, relations and all. सो इसको इसी तरीके से समझो, ज्यादा इसमें दिमाग मत लगाना. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ, यू विल नॉट बी आस्क्ड मोर देन दिस यार, यही सारे रिलेशंस विल बी आस्क्ड. ठीक है. Sakshi is saying mu r will be what? Mu r is the relative permeability of the material in which you are finding the magnetic field. Mu r is the relative permeability of the material. This is relative permeability of the material. All right. So this is the relative permeability. See, we compare the permeability of a material with respect to permeability of free space. That is called as relative permeability. So with respect to permeability of free space, what is the permeability of the material? That is called as relative permeability. And this is nothing but, you must have studied this, mu divided by mu naught. Okay? So mu divided by mu naught. How large? If this is 2, then they say generation of magnetic field in this material is twice than that of generation of magnetic field inside a vacuum. Got my point? All right. So now let us solve very basic numericals based on these particular relations. Try to recall those relations, guys. Don't ask me to go up or go down. Try to recall those relations. Try to write down all the relations that I have done right now. Guys, forget this part. पहले तो आप ये भूल जाओ ये question. Try to recall all the relations that we have studied today and try to write it down in a notebook. I'm giving you 5 minutes for that. And let me know when you do that. Guys, please do this. I'm telling you, this will benefit you a lot. Okay? Because I know you can study it later also. I know you can revise it later also. But what will happen if you try to recall these things right now? So you can have a kind of chain. You can have a kind of path of like back path. कि कैसे जाना है. So you'll have a kind of feeling how to remember this part. So guys, try to write down all the relations from the start. So try to recall the lecture कि कहाँ से मैंने शुरू किया था and what are the relations that have come on the way. So guys, please do that. Please consider this as a class assignment, class exercise, and please try to do it without fail. I can ask few of you to show your notebook and all in front of the camera. But I think that is not needed here. I believe you guys, and I think this is morning. This is not evening. So most of you must be fresh. Most of you must be energetic enough, and most of you must be sincere enough. Apart from a few guys, Aditya Kulkarni, Divya Patil, Gulfam from Vikas PU College, Nagabhushan, Raghav, Srinidhi, Saurabh, and Vinay. And बाकी लोग कुछ ऐड होते जाएंगे. Yeah. चलो, very good Vijay Lakshmi. Come on guys, please write down the relations that you have studied today. Please do that, and please let me know when you done that. When you have done that. प्रतीश ने बोला, साक्ष्या, आदेश, रोहिनेश. चलो बाकी लोग जल्दी से कर लो, फिर रिस्पॉन्स करें. Very good guys, very good. Keep it up. बहुत बढ़िया. अभिषेक, श्रेया, ऐश्वर्या, चेतन, किशोर, समृद्धि, बहुत बढ़िया. लक्ष्मण, विश्रुत, दर्शन, बसवराज, आशुतोष, बहुत बढ़िया guys. Keep it up. So most of you must have written the relation. ठीक है, सब लोगों ने कर लिया है. Now try to solve this question. Guys, try to practice this a lot. The thing that we have done now, that right now, try to practice this a lot. See, revision का मतलब क्या होता है? Not only going through the notes. Once you go through the notes or once your class is over, try to write down the relations. Try to write down what you have learned today without looking at the notes. This will help you a lot to recall these concepts in a better way, in an easier way. Okay? And believe me, guys, this works as a wonder to me. This had worked as a wonder to me also, and I believe this will work as a wonder to you also. For any subject, but in physics, this will work exactly a wonder. बहुत ही काम का चीज है अगर आप ऐसा काम करते हो. ठीक है? So without looking at the notebook, try to recall what are the things that has been taught to you, and try to write it down in a shorter way, in a shorter form. ठीक है? ये पढ़ा था. What was the relations? While you are writing the relations, don't try to be a kind of a कंजूस guy. ठीक है? Don't try to be a kind of कंजूस guy. ऐसा लिखेंगे. So mu like this. Don't try to do this. Don't try to be a doctor. While you're writing the relations, try to write the relations properly. All right, I have got an answer from Mohit, Hari Prakash, Vishrut, Vijayalakshmi. You have to find out the value of magnetization. A solenoid has a core of material with relative permeability 2.3, magnetic intensity 200 ampere per meter. What is the value of magnetization? What is meaning of value of magnetization? Which value you have to calculate? Bolo bacha. Which value you have to calculate? IH. कौन सा value? You have to find the value of. एक मिनट बच्चा, एक मिनट. Please wait a minute. All right, so here we have to find the value of, क्या निकालना बच्चा? H और I. मैग्नेटाइजेशन, ध्यान से सुनना, क्या दिया है? मैग्नेटाइजेशन, that means I. Magnetic intensity H is already given to you. H is already given to you. So H is given to you as 200. See, mu R is given to you, that is 2.3. I, what is the value of I? You have to find. ठीक है, कैसे निकालेंगे बच्चों? तो mu r is nothing but to find the value of I. If H is given to you, you have to find the value of I. You need the value of X, that is the susceptibility, right? तो क्या करेंगे? Mu r is nothing but 1 plus X. So from here I'll get X is equal to mu r minus 1. That means 1.3. If I get this X as 1.3, I'll put the value here. So I know I divided by H is X. So I'll put the value, I'll get I is equal to X into H. So X is 1.3 and H is kitna bachalo? 200. So answer is 260 ampere per meter. This is the correct answer. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. I know this is very, very basic question. Still, I want you to respond to this because this type of question has been asked. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि easy है तो आता नहीं है. It doesn't mean that this is an easy question, so it will not be asked in any of the examination. It is not like that. It's an easy one, and इसी type का question भी पूछा जाता है इस topic से. So please try to learn it properly. ठीक है? Don't commit mistake while writing I and H. ठीक है? I और H का value में confusion मत करना. I is for magnetization, H is for magnetic intensity. ठीक है? Exactly. Formula पता नहीं तो tough, बिल्कुल लगेगा tough. Formula पता रहेगा तो बिल्कुल tough नहीं लगेगा. Very good. All right, guys. Now try to get the answer for this question. Try to get the answer for this question. An ideal solenoid having 40 turns per centimeter has an aluminum core. ठीक है? क्या है बच्चा लोग? Has an aluminum core. तो solenoid के अंदर में क्या रखा? एक aluminium का core डाला, aluminium डाला. And carries current of 2 ampere. So solenoid is carrying a current of 2 ampere. Calculate the magnetization I developed in the core. You have to find the value of I and the magnetic field B at the center. So when I asked you what is the magnetic field B at the center, do you have to find magnetic field because of current only, or you have to find magnetic field because of current plus magnetic field because of magnetization also? So if I ask you now that what is the magnetic field at B, or what is the magnetic field B at the center, here you have to include both of them. Because of the current, that is the external, plus because of the material. And what is that material here? Aluminium core. ठीक है? तो दोनों का आपको समेशन निकालना पड़ेगा और दोनों के कारण सेम ही डायरेक्शन में आता है. So you have to consider that. Consider both of them will have the same direction. If nothing is mentioned, consider अभी के लिए कि both of them will have the same direction. If I say this is a diamagnetic material, तो subtract कर दे. But nothing is mentioned, and you know this is not a diamagnetic, this is a paramagnetic. So both of them will be in the same direction. So B because of the material and B because of the current will be along the same direction. So find what is B because of the material and find what is B because of the current. Add them all. You'll get the answer for B at the center. Come on, guys, get the answer for this. An ideal solenoid having 40 turns per centimeter has an aluminium core and carries current of 2 ampere. Calculate magnetization I developed in the core. Susceptibility is given to you. Come on, guys, you can solve it. Don't worry. You can aram se solve it. Just try to recall the formulas, try to recall the relations, you'll get the answer. Ashutosh is the first one to answer it. Well done, bacha. Ashutosh is saying 10 to the power minus 3 Tesla approximately. For B, what is the value of I, bacha? Ashutosh, what's the value of I you have got? I का value क्या मिला आपको? To get the value of I, you have to get the value of H first. And what is H? B naught divided by mu naught. Yes, Nehal, what happened, bacha? Snehal, what's the problem? चलो guys, answer it. आशुतोष ने बोला 0.18, सुहास ने भी बोला 0.18. Let us see whether they have got the correct answer or not. बाकी लोग जल्दी आंसर करो. See, to get the value of I, X is given to you, you have to get the value of H. How do you get the value of H? H is equal to B naught by mu naught. What is B naught? B naught is nothing but the external magnetic field. Here, external magnetic field is nothing but the magnetic field because of the current. What is the magnetic field because of the current in a solenoid? That is nothing but mu naught into N into I. So you got the value of B naught, right? You get the value of mu naught, divide it, you'll get the value of H. Once you'll get the value of H, divide I by H, you'll get the value of X, right? So you have the value of X, get the value of I मिल गया, H मिल गया, find out what is the net magnetic field. Mansi has answered, Atharv has answered. I don't know Atharv, देखना पड़ेगा. Rajnandan has answered for I. But I, okay, I is 0.18, few of your answer. Vismay is saying 3.2 pi into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. So most of you are answering 0.18 or 0.175, approximately 0.18 for I value. How many of you have got the value of I as 0.18? Click yes. How many of you have got the value of I as 0.18? Click yes. So most of you have got the answer, like 25, 29, 30. All right, ठीक है. Let us find out what is the value of I first. ठीक है? देखिए. So what is the value of B naught, बच्चा लोग? So I'm not going to write the value of mu naught here because I have to like divide it. So B naught is equal to mu naught into N. Small n क्या है बच्चा लोग? तो 40 turns per centimeter. Don't commit this mistake. 40 turns per centimeter. It should be per meter, right? So 10 to the power minus 2. ठीक है? It'll go in the numerator. It will become 100, right? So this is what number of turns per meter. Into I. I कितना बच्चा? 2. So what is the value of H here? So H will be B naught divided by mu naught. So mu naught will get cancel. So you are going to get 80 into 10 to the power 2. तो correct answer क्या मिला H का value? 8 into 10 to the power 3 ampere per meter. So yeah. So what is the value of I in that case? I will be equal to X into H. X is 2.3 into 10 to the power minus 5 and H is nothing but 8 into 10 to the power 3. If you multiply this, कितना मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? तो 3 into 8, 24, 8 into 2, 6, 16 plus 2, 18. ठीक है? This is how you're going to get into 10 to the power minus 2. So correct answer will be 0.184 ampere per meter. So those who have answered 0.175, they have got incorrect answer. So you cannot say approximately because you're not getting 1.175. So this is the exact answer that you're going to get for I. Okay, all right. So now guys, tell me the answer for B. Magnetic field. Yes, Atharv, you were wrong, I think. Bolo chalo. What is the value of B at the center? Come on guys, give me the answer for B. Few of you have already answered, but let us see what about the rest are like remaining of you. Rajnandan is saying 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 4. Ravi Kiran is saying 40. Ravi Kiran, can you be no more there? Because it is 40 by 10 to the power minus 2. That means Mohit is also saying 3.2 into 10 to the minus 3, Shreya minus 4, Purvi 3.2 into 10 to the minus 4 pi के साथ, all right? देखते हैं. So 3.2, there's so many of you have got this value as 3.2. Order सबका अलग अलग है. Few of you are saying 10 to the power minus 3. Few of you are saying 10 to the minus 4. In first line, I wrote that. What did I write, bacha? That is magnetic field because of the current. I'm talking about magnetic field because of the current plus magnetic field because of the material. So most of you have got 3.2 into something. So let us find out what is the correct answer. So we have to find what is the B value, net B. So B will be written as B naught plus BM. So this can be written as, क्या बोलेंगे बच्चा लोग? B naught को क्या बोलेंगे? Mu naught into I. And BM can be written as, sorry, B naught can be written as mu naught into H. Plus BM can be written as mu naught into I. All right. So mu naught into H कितना है बच्चा लोग? 0.184 plus I कितना है? I is nothing but, sorry, I is 0.184 and H is, किधर है H का वैल्यू? Where is H? 8 into 10 to the power 3 plus I is 0.184. How will you solve this, guys? इसको solve कैसे करोगे? If this question is asked to you in examination, in objective question, in options, what will you ignore? I? Yes. You just look at the options. क्या करोगे? You have to look at the options. Whether the options are close enough that we cannot ignore something or we cannot neglect something. If they're close enough, you have to take care of this. But normally I can say they can be neglected. This can be neglected aram se. This is 8,000 and this is 0.184. This is very, very small, right? So for easier calculation, I can ignore this part. Okay? So final answer will be, what is mu naught bachcha log? So 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7, right? Into 8 into 10 to the power 3. So I'm going to approximate this. And the answer which will be approximately this, usko hum tick kar denge. So it will be 3.2 pi into 10 to the power minus 4. So those who have got this answer, they're exactly correct. Koi dikkat nahi. Guys, click yes if you have understood this solution for this question. बच्चों लोग click yes if you have understood this solution for this question. समझ में आया सबको? कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है? Now you must be having this feeling that this chapter is very unique सा, tough है, समझ नहीं आएगा. But this is how questions can be asked to you from this chapter. ठीक है? So this is board level question, NEET level question, JEE level question. सब तरीके का question. In board also, in NCERT also, you'll find this type of question. In JEE also, the similar type of question has been asked. In NEET also, the similar type of question has been asked. So a very tough question will not be asked to you from this chapter. बहुत tough नहीं होगा. बहुत ही एक line, दो line का question आएगा. ठीक है? So you don't have to worry more about this. You don't have to actually think about this chapter a lot. Simple सा concept बताए, उसको याद रखना है. ठीक है? Alright, so 32 into 10 to the power 4 होगा. 3.2 लिखेंगे तो कितना लिखना पड़ेगा? Yes बच्चा, correct. So if I consider 3.2, then what will be the answer? एक क्वेश्चन, मैक्सिमम एक क्वेश्चन. किसी एग्जाम में तो पूछेगा भी नहीं. बोलो बच्चा लोग, what should be the answer? 10 to the power minus 5 or 10 to the power minus 3? What should be the answer? See, if you're writing 32 as 3.2, then you have to multiply 10 here, right? So मिला क्या? 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 to the power plus 4. That means 10 to the power minus 3. So this will be the answer. Those who have got this, they are the correct. ठीक है? चलिए. Now let us study about the types of material. ठीक है? तो magnetic properties को लेके we are going to categorize materials into 3 types. And this is based on क्या बच्चा लोग? Magnetic permeability, or how they behave if we place them inside an external magnetic field. So this is how we are going to bifurcate. So materials can be bifurcated or categorized into 3 types. The first one is called as diamagnetic, second one is called as paramagnetic, and third one is called as ferromagnetic. You must have studied these things. I think chemistry में पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने. Paramagnetic, diamagnetic, molecules के बारे में पढ़ा होगा, right? Oxygen के बारे में, hydrogen के बारे में. Have you studied this? तो कुछ कुछ तो आइडिया आपको होगा, राइट? यू मस्ट हैव द आइडिया अबाउट अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन और पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन के बारे में, बट यहाँ पे हम उसकी बात नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? यहाँ हम किसी और तरीके से बात करेंगे फिजिक्स की। सो पहला बात करेंगे हम किसकी? पैरामैग्नेटिक की। सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी फर्स्ट अबाउट पैरामैग्नेटिक, और द प्रॉपर्टी दैट अ मटेरियल एग्जिबिट इज कॉल्ड एज पैरामैग्नेटिज्म, ठीक है? द मटेरियल विच विल एग्जिबिट दिस प्रॉपर्टी विल बी कॉल्ड एज पैरामैग्नेटिक, ठीक है? सो रीड आउट दी स्टेटमेंट नाउ, साथ में पढ़ेंगे। सो पैरामैग्नेटिज्म में क्या होगा बच्चा लोग? एटम्स हैव परमानेंट मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट, एटम्स हैव permanent magnetic moments which are randomly oriented. So if you have a material and in which the atoms have permanent magnetic moment but they are randomly oriented, so in absence of external magnetic field the magnetic moment of whole material is zero. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा बात? So if an atom is having, like if the atoms of a material is having permanent magnet but they are randomly oriented, and if you are getting in absence of external magnetic field, magnetic moment of whole material is zero, we call that as paramagnetism, or we call that material as paramagnetic material. Acha, what will happen if we place that particular material inside an external magnetic field? क्या होगा? So atomic dipoles, magnetic moment को हम dipole के रूप में बात कर सकते हैं ना? magnetic moment को क्या बोलते हैं? magnetic dipole के रूप में you can assume, right? So when external magnetic field is applied, atomic dipoles align themselves. Atomic dipoles or the magnetic moments align themselves along the magnetic field. Hence, the resultant magnetic field in the material is greater than the applied field. First point क्या बच्चा? They will have permanent magnetic moment, but randomly oriented. In absence of external field, magnetic moment of the whole material is zero. Third, when external magnetic field is applied, the net magnetic field inside the material will be slightly greater than the external magnetic field. Why this extra magnetic field has come? Because of the orientation of atomic dipole along the magnetic field. So you might have seen the definition of paramagnetism as this also, that when an external magnetic field is applied, atomic dipoles align themselves along the magnetic field. Hence, the resultant magnetic field in a paramagnetic material is greater than the applied field. So this is what that is happening. This BM is along B naught. If BM is in this, B naught is in this direction, the alignment of dipole will also be in this direction. So BM is also going to have this direction. ठीक है? तो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा? Net field will be greater than B naught because BM has been added. Yes, Pratish, पढ़ेंगे वो सब, सारे points पढ़ेंगे. Don't worry. So in a uniform, now there are few properties that you have to remember. ठीक है? इनका proof बहुत ज़्यादा आपको नहीं मिलेगा. Try to remember these properties. ठीक है? So there are few methods in which you can identify paramagnetic materials also. पहला property देख लीजिए. In a uniform magnetic field, these substances rotate until the longest axes are parallel to the field. If you're having a material like this, ठीक है? If you're having let's say material like this, and magnetic field that you have applied is in horizontal direction. So what will happen? This material will rotate in such a way that the longest axis should be along the direction of magnetic field. So it will rotate and it will come to this orientation. Okay? So this is also one of the identification method, so that to find whether the material is paramagnetic or diamagnetic or ferromagnetic. Okay? So in uniform magnetic field, these substances rotate until longest axis are parallel to the field. इसमें longest axis क्या है? ये वाला है. तो इसके along क्या हो जाएगा? Rotate कर जाएगा. Second point. In a non-uniform magnetic field, these substances are attracted towards stronger magnetic field. So if you're having here 1 Tesla, if you're having here 2 Tesla, and if you're having a paramagnetic substance, it will be attracted towards this. ठीक है? किधर हो जाएगा? 2 Tesla की तरफ वो attract होगा. So paramagnetic material gets attracted towards stronger magnetic field. Third point. This is for a liquid. If you are talking about a liquid, तो liquid paramagnetic है, diamagnetic है, कैसे पता करेंगे? So if a paramagnetic material, a liquid, is filled in a narrow U-tube, ठीक है? ये ऐसा कुछ narrow होना चाहिए, मतलब पतला होना चाहिए. Diameter should be very small. Like this, ठीक है? and one limb is placed in between the pole pieces of an electromagnet. यहां पे मान लो pole pieces रखा आपने, such that the label of the liquid is in line with the field. That means इसका जो label of the liquid है वो field के line में है. Then the liquid will rise as the field is switched on. Initially, let's say this is the label of the liquid. ठीक है? And these are the magnets that have been kept here. Now, when you switch on the magnet, electromagnet क्या होता है? When you need the magnetism, you switch on it. Like if you have seen a भंगार का video, जहाँ पे क्या होता है? You get the iron scraps there, right? And one guy will come with the crane, बड़ा सा electromagnet लेके आता है. If it is switched off, it is not going to attract any magnet, it is not going to attract any iron nails, right? But when the guy who is at the driver seat of that particular crane, what does he do? He will switch on this electromagnet, and then all of a sudden all the all the metallic part, all the iron parts or magnets will be what attracted towards this electromagnet. So electromagnet क्या होता है? वैसा magnet, those magnets which can be used as per your convenience. They'll not be a permanent magnet. When you need that magnetic property, क्या कर लोगे आप? Switch on करो, magnet हो गया. When you switch it off, it will not be a magnet. It will normal material, right? So when you switch on the magnetic property of this, when this electromagnet will be switched on, what will happen? The label of this liquid will what? Increase because of the attraction, right? क्या हो जाएगा? इसका लेवल क्या हो जाएगा? बढ़ जाएगा. If that happens, you can say this liquid is a paramagnetic material. So if that happens, you can say if this level rises, you can say this is paramagnetic material. This is one of the identification method for paramagnetic liquid. All right, बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, what are the examples? You must have studied this. Aluminium, sodium. As I have told you, aluminium क्या होता है बच्चा? Paramagnetic होता है. In this question देखो, था ना aluminium. नेट फील्ड हमने क्या निकाला? दोनों को ऐड करके निकाला. क्यों निकाला? Because magnetic field will be what? Magnetic field because of the material will be along the external magnetic field. So they'll get added. All right. So aluminium, sodium, calcium, oxygen, and copper chloride. So these are the popular and important, you can say, substances to remember for paramagnetic substance. So these are few examples for paramagnetic materials. All right. Yeah. Correct, Pratish. Very good. Now there is a law that has been followed for a paramagnetic material. वो क्या है बच्चा लोग? Curie's law. इन्होंने क्या बोला? That susceptibility of a paramagnetic material is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. मतलब क्या है इसका? What is susceptibility बच्चा? Just now we have studied. What is susceptibility? I divided by H. That means if you increase the value of T, ध्यान से देखना. If you increase the temperature, what will happen to X? It will decrease. Meaning क्या है? If you increase the temperature, X decreases. That means I decreases. That means magnetization decreases. How does it occur? So simple सी बात है. When temperature increases, what happens? The randomness increases. You want to orient these electrons or these dipoles along the direction of magnetic field. But because of the extra randomness, because of the, like you can say that the thermal agitation, what will happen? This orientation might be hindered. Got my point? So Curie was the first one to observe this, and he framed a law, and he told that this susceptibility will be inversely proportional to temperature. And she has given a relation like this. I is equal to C into B naught by T. So C is the constant that is called as Curie's constant. B naught is the external field that is also constant. So for a constant external field, I will be inversely proportional to T. And from here, it was observed that X is equal to C into mu naught by T, or X is inversely proportional to temperature. So this is called as Curie's law. Or this, किसी को बोल सकते हो, कोई problem. C is nothing but the Curie's constant. Guys, did you understand this Curie's law? समझ में आया सबको? But yeah, this is for a paramagnetic material only. Don't apply this to other materials, as this is only applicable for paramagnetic material. ठीक है? Yes बच्चा, रविकिरण correct है. वो एक constant होता है, Curie's constant, वो materialistic property. It will not depend on this. C will not depend on X. This will not depend on T. ठीक है? वो C एक हर particular material के लिए constant होता है. And you don't have to study about those things. ठीक है? आपको सिर्फ यही समझना है कि what is the relation between X and T. How does the magnetization of a material depends, or how does the magnetization in paramagnetic material depends on the temperature. If you increase the temperature, magnetization decreases. This is what you have to study. ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया. Now, so now let us move on to the values of X and mu r. So for a paramagnetic material, both X and U किस पे depend करता है बच्चा? Not only on the material, it also depends on the sample temperature, on the absolute temperature. If you increase the temperature, X will decrease. What about U? This will also decrease. देखो, if you increase temperature, what will happen? X decreases. If X decreases, mu r decreases. If mu r decreases, mu decreases. So for a paramagnetic material, X and U does not depend only on material, but it also depends on the temperature. All right? चलो, अच्छा, आगे बात करते हैं. As the field is increased or temperature is lowered, the magnetization increases. Simple सी बात है. If you increase the external field, magnetization increases. If you decrease the temperature, magnetization increases. And it will reach a saturation value. Why there will be a saturation value, bachalo? Can you give the reason for that? Why there will be a maximum magnetization that is possible? Why there is a saturation value present in paramagnetism? Why we have to talk about saturation value? Guys, can you give the reason for this? Why it will not increase till infinity? क्यों नहीं increase करेगा? Very good, Ravi Kiran. Simple सी बात है यार. When all the dipoles will be completely oriented, when all the dipoles will be oriented along the magnetic field, what will happen? Now there are no any atomic dipoles to be oriented. So external magnetic field plus the magnetic field because of the material will become constant. So Bm will become constant after a while when all the atomic dipoles will be oriented along the magnetic field. So that is the saturation state. All right. So Ravi Kiran has pointed out, sir, they have finite number of electrons or atoms. Dhanush ने बोला और dipoles are oriented. ठीक है. Athar ने बोला as fixed number of unpaired electrons are present. All right, no problem. ठीक है, guys. So if you increase B naught and if you decrease the temperature, magnetization will increase, but till a particular value. After that, it will saturate. All right. Now, देखो लिखा भी इधर, the point at which the dipoles are perfectly aligned with the field. Beyond this, Curie's law is no longer valid. So saturation point अगर हो गया आपका, उसके बाद Curie law is not valid. ठीक है? अच्छा. What about the values of X and mu r? What about the values of X and mu r? So X will be positive or negative, बच्चा लोग? So I will be along H. Magnetization occurs along the magnetic field. So I and H will be positive only. ठीक है? H is, let's say, towards right. So I will be also towards right. So X will be positive. What about the value? Whether this will be large or this will be small. So normally in real life, we have observed that the intensity of magnetization, as you can see in this example also. See, what is the value of I, bacha? Dekho. What is the value of I? 0.184. What is the value of H? 8000. ध्यान दिख रहा है सबको? I कितना है? 0.184. H कितना है? 8000. So I is very, very less as compared to H. So what will be the ratio of I by H? That is X. का value क्या है देखो? 2.3 into 10 to the power minus 5. This is positive or negative? Positive. So the value of X for a paramagnetic material will be positive but small. ध्यान से देखना, objective में this question has been asked a lot of time. So X will be positive but small. To identify whether the material is paramagnetic, diamagnetic and ferromagnetic, this particular statement, this particular concept is extremely required. This particular concept is extremely important. So if X is positive but small, I'll say paramagnetic without thinking twice. ठीक है? अच्छा. What about X is not given to us, but mu r is given to us for that particular value, for that particular material. तो mu r क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? Mu r is nothing but 1 plus X. तो X क्या है बच्चा? X is positive but very, very low number, very, very small number. So mu r will be slightly greater than 1. So if I give you mu r as 1.5 or 1.56, 1.8 or 2, what will you conclude from this? You will say the material that you're talking about, sir, that is nothing but a paramagnetic material. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. बाकी भूल जाओ, no problem. But this part is extremely important. For competitive part, this is extremely important. Guys, do you have any doubt in this one? Click yes if you have understood this relation. Guys, please do that. Click yes if you have understood this. सबको समझ में आया? All right, very good. Now, based on these conclusions, based on these relations, try to get the answer for this question. The magnetic susceptibility of a paramagnetic material at minus 73 degrees centigrade is 0.0075. Its value at minus 173 degrees centigrade will be. ठीक है? पता करने के लिए मोहित. If you have the data of this mu r and all, to identify whether the material you're talking about is paramagnetic, diamagnetic, or ferromagnetic. You don't know. You don't need the value of C, Tamanna. You don't need the value of C. Dhanush, ऐसा नहीं होगा ना? That will not be given. It will not be that case then. If nothing is given to you, only H is given to you, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Material का property कुछ ना कुछ देना पड़ेगा. Otherwise H दो. Otherwise the effect दो. Like give the effects. Because of H, then we can figure it out. That this kind of effect will be found where? Dhanush, see, either external field and the material is given to you, or external field and the magnetization will be given to you to find out which kind of material it is. It can never occur that, okay, only H is given to you and then you have to do. You can't do anything. Nothing can be said about the material. Nothing can be said about anything. All right. So most of you are answering 0.015 or 0.014. ऐसा कैसे हो गया? Guys, there is one mistake that most of the people do is this. They will consider temperature in terms of centigrade only. That will be completely incorrect. As you can see the relation here, it is for absolute temperature. ध्यान से देखो. Absolute temperature. And absolute temperature is always expressed in terms of Kelvin. ठीक है? तो हर temperature को you have to convert first in Kelvin. Otherwise, the answer you are going to get, that will be completely wrong. ठीक है? बहुत बढ़िया. Tell me guys, what is the answer? So 0.15. Let us find it out. Magnetic. And one more thing, guys, there is a notice for that for you guys. Tomorrow will be a combined class for boards also. Okay? So this chapter does require a lot of attention कि मुझे next week में पढ़ाना पड़े. So I want you have seen this syllabus also. So tomorrow will be a class for you for boards class also. Tomorrow the physics class will be for boards also. So tomorrow I'm going to continue with this and then I'll teach you Earth's magnetism. Okay? So please don't miss out tomorrow's class. Earth's magnetism is extremely important for NEET examination and J. Extremely important. And for boards तो होता ही है. So magnetic susceptibility of a paramagnetic material at minus 73 degrees centigrade is 0.0075. And its value at minus 173 degrees centigrade will be, क्या होगा? तो मान लो इसको मैंने बोला T1 and this is X1. This is T2 and we have to find what is the value of X2. All right, करते हैं. Since X is inversely proportional to T, can I write X1 divided by X2 can be written as, और उल्टा लिखते हैं, X2 divided by X1 is equal to T1 divided by T2. Got my point? All right. So what is the value of X2 then? X2 can be written as T1 divided by T2 into X1. What is T1? T1 is minus 73 plus 273 divided by what is T2? So minus 173 plus 273 into X1. 0.0075. ठीक है? So ऊपर में क्या मिला चलो? पहले छत्ते पे 200. नीचे में क्या मिला? 100 into 0.0075. This is nothing but 2. 2 into 0.0075 is nothing but 0.015. This is the answer. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this. But chalo, click yes if you have understood this part. Clear है? This is very easy, right? बहुत ही आसान था. This is based on Curie's law. अच्छा, second part पढ़ते हैं. Second type of material is what? Diamagnetism or diamagnetic material. इसमें क्या होता है चलो, एटम्स के पास कोई भी नेट मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट नहीं होता है. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस इज अ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मटेरियल. So if materials are like, if in a material atoms don't have net magnetic dipole moment, you can say that material is nothing but a diamagnetic material. When such a substance is placed in an external magnetic field, dipoles are induced in the atoms by applied field. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? They don't have permanent magnetic moment. They don't have permanent magnetic moment. But when you apply external magnetic field, dipoles are induced. This is important here. Induction of magnetic field or induction of current, induction of EMF. You are going to study this in next chapter, that is called as EMI, electromagnetic induction. ठीक है? So यहाँ क्या होता है बच्चा? There is no any net dipole moment that is available in the material. But when you place a substance in an external field, what will happen? Induction of dipole will occur. And induction of dipole or induction of magnetic field, induction of current follows Lenz law. Lenz law क्या बोलता है? Lenz law suggests कि if there is an induction of EMF that is going to occur, then induction of EMF will occur in such a way that it will oppose the cause of it. ठीक है? तो ये पढ़ोगे आप अगले चैप्टर में. So you'll understand this thing in better way in next chapter. So try to understand this, try to remember this part for the time being, that induction of dipoles will be there in a diamagnetic material. From Lenz law, the magnetic field due to induced magnetic moment opposes the original field. So because of which this induction has occurred? Because of external field. So this induction of magnetic field will try to oppose the original field. So if this is the B naught value, this will be Bm value. Got my point? So following Lenz law, you can say if B naught is towards right, magnetic field because of material will be towards left. And this is actually very small, बहुत छोटा होता है ये. And actually diamagnetism occur in almost all the materials. It depends how large this diamagnetic property the material is exhibiting. ठीक है? Because हर जगह क्या होता है, एटम के पास कुछ ना कुछ हो सकता है कि नेट डाइपोल मोमेंट जीरो मिल ही जाए. बट नॉर्मली क्या होता है, कुछ मटेरियल्स में डायमैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज आर डोमिनेंट. ठीक है? सो टेल मी गाइस, इफ दिस इज द कंडीशन, व्हाट विल बी द नेट फील्ड इनसाइड द मटेरियल? कैन आई से net field will be smaller than the applied field? So if I ask you what is the net field will be in this direction with a smaller magnitude. So net field will be smaller than the applied field. All right? And tell me now, what will be the value of I in that case? What will be the value of I in that case? Very small. पहले तो very small. What about the sign of I? It will be negative. It will be negative. If H is in rightward direction, B naught is in rightward direction, so H is also in rightward direction. What is the direction of I? Leftward. So the sign of I will be negative. The value of I will be very small. This is one of the identification method. If the value of I is given to you as negative, that means we are talking about diamagnetic material. If I is negative, tell me guys, what will be the value of X? If I is negative, what will be the sign of X? It will be negative. So X, if X is given to you as negative value, that means we are talking about again the diamagnetic material. What about the value of X? It will be extremely small. It will be very, very small. What about mu r? What about mu r? तो mu r क्या है बच्चा लोग? 1 plus x. तो 1 minus x. x का वैल्यू क्या? माइनस कुछ रहेगा ना, -0.5, 0.01 ऐसा करके. तो it will be less than 1. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? So the value of mu r will be less than 1. If you have been given the value of mu r for a material, and if that is less than 1, so which kind of material we are talking about? That is diamagnetic material. So for paramagnetic, for a ferromagnetic, the value of mu r is what? Greater than 1. Always it will be greater than 1 or and positive. Only for diamagnetic, it will be less than 1. All right. So to identify diamagnetic material, you should find out what is the value of X, or you should find out what is the value of mu r. All right. Acha. What about the movement? So if you are placing that diamagnetic material in a non-uniform magnetic field, it will move from stronger to weaker magnetic field. क्या करेगा? ये stronger से weaker magnetic field की तरफ move करेगा. Now what about the behavior with the magnet? So it will get repelled by a magnet. A paramagnetic material get attracted towards a magnet. A ferromagnetic material will get strongly attracted towards the magnet. What about the diamagnetic? it will be repelled by a magnet. ये repel करेगा उसको because of the Lenz's law. All right. Same goes here. For a liquid, if a diamagnetic material, a liquid, is filled in a narrow U tube and one limb is placed in between the pole pieces of electromagnet such that the label of the liquid is in line with the field, what will happen? The label of the liquid will repress as the field is switched on. क्या होगा? उसको repel कर देगा. So if the label of liquid is depressed in the limb where electromagnet has been placed, then you can say the liquid that we are using is what? A diamagnetic material. ठीक है? This is also one of the identification method for a liquid. बाकी सब काम आप देख लेना यहाँ से, ये सारे theories है. So guys, I think time हो गया. I have to attend one more class from 10:45. So let us end our class here. So tomorrow I'll start. These are the examples. You can go through this, guys. So tomorrow we are going to start with this, continue with this ferromagnetism, and then I'll move on to कहाँ चले जाएंगे? Earth's magnetism. I'll teach you what is hysteresis curve, and then we'll move on to Earth's magnetism. So all right, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for attending the class. Have a nice day. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Enjoy, Mari.